Good morning to all. Today we are going to solve the MCQs based on mechanical properties of solid. So here first question they ask like this. Solids which break above the elastic limit. So that we are going to call what kind of property they ask. So solid which break above the elastic limit we are going to call brittle material. Therefore, for first one among four options, right answer is brittle. Second one, out of the following, most plastic material is. So they have given four options. So Shivkumar, is it audible? Can you reply in the chat box? So okay, some students are joining. Let them join. So second one, out of the following, the most plastic material is iron, wood, rubber, and plasticine they have given. Among four options, the most plastic material we have to choose. Among the given material, plasticine is the most plastic material. So among four options, which one is the right answer? Third question, match the following ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು. So they have given four columns. So we have to choose the right answer. So here in column 1, they have given some definitions, and in column 2, whether it is a rigid body, plastic body, elastic body, or elasticity, we have to choose the right answer. So a body which regains its original shape after the removal of external force, so that is called as elastic body and ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Eighth option is Q1 is suitable. So a body which does not regain its original shape after the removal of external force ಗೆ plastic body ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. This one ಗೆ R option suitable ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So next one, the property of the body to regain its original configuration when the deforming force are removed, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Elasticity ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So this one, so the right option for this one is P1 is the suitable one. So for this is the right answer. And for C1, so this rigid body is nothing but body which does not show any deformation on applying the external force. That we are going to call rigid body. Therefore, for third one, you have to choose the right answer. For third one, eighth one is the right answer. Fourth one, substance which shows partially no elastic after the effect. So that kind of material, what we are going to call, they are asking. So here the substance which show partially no elastic after the effect, so we are calling that one as a quartz. So that is one of the examples. So therefore for fourth one, this one is the right answer. Next, fifth one, two identical solid balls, one of ivory and another of wet clay, are dropped from the same height on the floor after striking the floor. So which option is suitable? Here only two options are visible. First one, so ivory ball will rise to the greater height than wet clay ball. Second one, ivory ball will rise to the lesser height than wet clay ball. So here, when we observe the options, for fifth one, eighth one is the right answer. Only two are visible here, but in that already right answer is, we can possible to identify. Therefore, for fifth one, eighth one is the right answer. Next, sixth one, the potential energy U of two atoms of diatomic molecule as a function of distance r between the atoms, that is already shown in the diagram, and read the following statement carefully, that is related to diagram itself, and which of the above statement is true anta kelidare avaru, and we have to choose the right option for that. So for sixth one, so here when you go read the following statement, when you read this one, so the second one and third one both are suitable for this. Therefore, for sixth one, this one is the right answer. Seventh one, which of the following statement is incorrect anta kelidare? So which of the following statement is incorrect? Just go through all the four options. Among four options, steel is more elastic than the rubber. So all of the statements are correct. Therefore, for seventh one, this one is the incorrect option. Next, eighth one, shear stress is related to length, area, volume, and shape. Four options they have given. Shear stress is related to shape. Therefore, this one is the right answer. Ninth one, if the volume of the wire remains constant when subjected to tensile stress, the value of Poisson's ratio of the material of the wire is. So here Poisson's ratio is given by the formula, that is lateral strain divided by longitudinal strain. Therefore, it is given by delta R by R whole divided by delta L by L. So that is 1 by 2. Therefore, the value is 0.5. So therefore, for ninth one, the answer we got is 0.5. Next, 10th one, fluids can develop. They have given four options and we have to choose the right answer for this. So fluids can develop volumetric strain only. Therefore, they have given longitudinal strain only, longitudinal and shearing strain, longitudinal and shearing and volumetric strain only anta kottidare. So for 10th one, this one is the right answer. Next, 11th one, which of the following statement is correct regarding Poisson's ratio anta kelidare? So the ratio of lateral strain to the longitudinal strain is now Poisson's ratio anta kariತೀವಿ. Therefore, for 11th one, so which of the following statement is correct regarding the Poisson's ratio ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ find out ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದಾರ. Cth option is the right answer. That is, it is unless and dimensional less quantity is the right option. Next, 12th one, if two equal and opposite deforming force are applied parallel to the cross-sectional area, that is already shown in the diagram. So there is a relative displacement between opposite faces of the cylinder. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ the ratio of delta x to the L ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾರ. So ಇದಕ್ಕ shearing strain is given by that is delta x divided by L anta ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Therefore, just observe all the four options. Among all the four options, the right answer is this one. 13th one, stress is a dash quantity anta kelidara. We know stress is a tensor quantity. Therefore, this option is the right answer. 14th one. The breaking stress of a wire depends on length of the wire, radius of the wire, material of the wire they have given, and shape of the cross-sectional wire. And the 4 options put together, and we have to choose the right answer. For 14th one, the breaking stress of the wire depend upon the nature of the material of the wire. Therefore, for 14th one, ಯಾವ option ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? The right answer is C one. Next, 15th one. A wire is suspended from the ceiling and stretched under the action of the weight F suspended from its other end. Force exerted by the ceiling on it is equal to the opposite to the weight. Then they have given 4 options, and which is the right one we have to choose. So when a wire is suspended from the ceiling and stretched under the action of the weight suspended from its other end, force exerted by the ceiling on it is equal to the opposite to the weight. Therefore, tension at any cross section A of the wire is just F and not 2F. Hence, the tensile stress which is equal to the tensile tension per unit area is equal to force by area. Therefore, for 15th one, 8th one is the right option. That is, tensile stress at any cross-sectional area of the wire is F by A ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Next, 16th one. In which year Robert Hooke presented this law of elasticity? So, ನೋಡ್ರಿ, in the year 1676, Robert Hooke presented his law of elasticity. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ now it is called as Hooke's law ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Therefore, for 16th one, C one is the right answer. Seventeenth one, according to Hooke's law of elasticity, if stress is increased, the ratio of stress to the strain ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? They have given 4 options. According to Hooke's law, within elastic limit, stress is directly proportional to strain ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೀತೀರಿ? Stress divided by strain is equal to K, or where K is called proportionality constant ಅಥವಾ modulus of elasticity ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. 17th one ಗೆ right answer ಯಾವ್ದಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? D one is the right answer. That is remains constant. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೀತೀರಿ? Stress divided by strain is equal to constant. Next, 18th one. Within elastic limit, which of the following graph correctly represents the variation of extension in length of the wire with the external load ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, according to Hooke's law, ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Within elastic limit, extension is directly proportional to load applied ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಾ. Therefore, option B represents the correct graph. Next, 19th one. Substance which can be stretched to cause a large strain ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲಾಸ್ಟೋಮರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು? ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಅವೋಟಾ, ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕೋಟ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಫಾರ್ 19th one, C one is the right answer. 20th one, the breaking stress of the wire of unit cross section is called, what we are going to call? Breaking stress of a wire of unit cross section is a tensile strength anta karithivi. Therefore, C one is the right answer. 21, figure shows strain stress curve for a given material. Young's modulus of the material ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಂದಾರೆ. ಸೊ Young's modulus ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನು? y is equal to stress divided by strain ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದಾ? So just substitute the value 150 into 10 to the power of 6 divided by 0.002. ಇದನ್ನ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 7.5 into 10 to the power of 10 Newton per meter square ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಾ. Therefore, this one is the right answer. Twenty-tooth one. The stress strain graph for a material wire is shown in the diagram. The reason in which Hooke's law is obeyed, ultimate strength and fracture point are represented by ಯಾವ್ದಾಗುತ್ತಾ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. in the reason diagram observe ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. from O to A graph is a linear. ಅದೇನ್ represent ಮಾಡ್ತೈತಿ? it shows stress is proportional to strain. Thus, in the reason Hooke's law is obeyed. The point D on the graph is known as ultimate tensile strength anta karittivi. The point E on the graph is known as a fracture point anta karittivi. Therefore, for 22nd ige this one is the right answer. 23rd one. Which of the following graph represents stress strain variation of elastomers ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾರ. ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 23rd ಗೆ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರಾಫ್. 23rd ಗೆ this one is the right answer. Next 24th one. The ratio of tensile stress to the longitudinal strain is defined as ಏನಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು? Can you guess this answer? 24th one ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Young's modulus is defined as the ratio of tensile stress to the longitudinal strain anta karittivi. Therefore, this one is the right answer. 25th. Which of the following statement is incorrect anta kelidara? So, metals have large value of Young's modulus than alloy and elastomers. That one is the incorrect statement agutte. Next, 26th one. For a perfectly rigid body, and they have given 4 options. Among 4 options, we have to choose the right answer. So, for a perfectly rigid body, both Young's modulus and bulk modulus is infinite irutta. Therefore, this one is the right answer related to perfectly rigid body. Next, 27th one. Identical springs of steel and copper are equally stretched adre, so we have to choose the right option. So, no really, less work is done on the copper spring, less work is done on the steel spring, equal work is done on both the springs, and data is incomplete. And the 4 options kottidara. Among 4 options, this one is the right answer. Next, 28th one. Let YS andre Young's modulus of steel and YA andre aluminum. Young's modulus of aluminum represents Young's modulus for steel and aluminum respectively. It is said that steel is more elastic than aluminum adre. Therefore, it follows which option ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ find out ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರ. So, steel is more elastic than aluminum ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ this option is the right one. Next, 29th one. Which of the following substance has highest value of Young's modulus ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾರ. So, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತಾ? steel ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So, if you remember the theory concept, so definitely you can easily find out the right answer. Next, 30th one. If the work done in stretching a wire by 1 millimeter is 2 joule, work necessary for stretching another wire of same material but with the double radius of cross section and half the length by 1 millimeter ittandra. So, which one is the right answer ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ find out ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So, here stretched force ಅಂದ್ರೆ formula ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? F is equal to, just I am showing here, then you can easily possible to identify which formula is helpful. y pi r square ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದಾ delta L divided by L. So the symbol have their usual meanings in the equation. So both the wires are same material ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ Young's modulus will be same and extension in both the wires ಕೂಡ same ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ delta L will be equal ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So from this force is directly proportional to R square divided by L ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಅಥವಾ so you can do this one as so F dash divided by F is equal to 2R square divided by L by 2 into L by R square ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ 8 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ F dash is equal to 8 into F ಅಂತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ 1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ರಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಡನ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಚಿಂಗ್ ದ ವೈರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನಮ್ಗೇನ W is equal to half force into delta L ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ವರ್ಕ್ is directly proportional to F for same extension. Therefore W dash divided by W is equal to F dash divided by F ಅಂದ್ರೆ 8 ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ W dash ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅವಾಗ 8 ಇಂಟು W ಇದನ್ನ 8 ಇಂಟು W ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟೈತಿ 2 ಜೋಲ್ ಐತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗತ್ತ 16 ಜೋಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. therefore for 30th ಗೆ 8 1 is the right answer. So if you want to note down you can note down. Next 31. The following 4 wires of length L and radius are made of same material. Which of these will be have the same largest extension when the same tension is applied ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. y is equal to FL divided by A into delta L. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ಏರಿಯಾನ ಪೈ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬೋದಾ L ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ L ಅಂತ ಆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ L is equal to T divided by pi R square into L by Young's modulus. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುವಂತ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾನ ಮಾಡಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ the symbols have their usual meaning. 4 wires are made up of same material ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ Young's modulus is same for 4 wires. Therefore delta L is directly proportional to L by R square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ L by R square is maximum for the wire. L is equal to 100 centimeter length ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ 100 centimeter and radius 0.2 millimeter ಇದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. therefore for 31 ಗೆ 8 1 is the right answer. Next 32 ಗೆ 4 identical hollow cylinder column supported a big structure of mass M. The inner and outer area of the column are R1 and R2 adava. Assuming load distribution to be uniform, the compressional strain of each column is. ಯಾವ equation ಬರುತ್ತೆ find out ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಅಂದಿದಾರ. So here for 32th one for 32th one area of cross section of each column andre A is equal to pi in the bracket R2 square minus of R1 square ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಾ. Since each column supports 1/4 of the load ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ force is equal to mg divided by 4 ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದಾ. Compressional strain of each column is given by F divided by A into Y. or force ಅಂದ್ರೆ m into g ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. So area ಅಂದ್ರೆ into Young's modulus ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು 4 pi R2 square minus of R1 square into Young's modulus. ಅಂದ್ರೆ according to this 32th ಗೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ So for 32th ಗೆ the right answer is B1. Next, 33rd one. The elastic energy stored per unit volume in a stretched wire is. ಯಾವ mathematical equation represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? So elastic energy stored per unit volume in a stretched wire is given by ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ? U is equal to half stress into strain ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀವಿ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? It is equal to stress whole square divided by Young's, that is 2 times of Young's modulus ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? Young's modulus ಅಂದ್ರೆ stress by strain ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. For 33rd one ಗೆ right answer ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತಾ? This one is the right answer. Next, 34th one. 2 wires of same material and length, but diameter is the ratio of 1:2 are stretched by the same load. The ratio of elastic potential energy per unit volume for the 2 wires is, and they have given 4 options. So 34th one nodana. So 34th one, elastic potential energy per unit volume hang represent ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? U is equal to half stress square divided by Young's modulus ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದಾ? As both the wires are made up of same material ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ Young's modulus is same for both the wires. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ so U is directly proportional to stress square ಅಂತ. ಅಥವಾ U1 by U2 is equal to stress 1 whole square divided by U2 ಗೆ stress 2 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, that is whole square. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? stress ಅಂದ್ರೆ F divided by area ಅಂತ ಬರಿತೀವಿ, that is whole square divided by F2 divided by A2 whole square. So both the wires are stretched by the same load ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ F1 is equal to F2 ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? Therefore F1 equal to F2 ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರ U1 by U2 is equal to A2 divided by A1 whole square is equal to D2 by D1 whole square whole raised to square is equal to D2 by D1 whole to the power of 4 is equal to 2 by 1 whole to the power of 4 ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದಾ? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತಾ? 16 by 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ 34th ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? For 34th one ಗೆ this one is the right answer. Next, 35th one. Young's modulus of wire is depend upon ಯಾವ factor ಮೇಲೆ depend ಆಗಿರುತ್ತಾ? Young's modulus of a wire depend upon nature of the material of the wire ಇರುತ್ತಾ? So when you observe all the 4 options, the right answer is the D one. 36th one. A light rod of length 2 meters is suspended from the ceiling horizontally by means of 2 vertical wires of equal length tied to its end. One of wire is made up of steel and is of cross section 0.1 centimeter square and other of brass cross section 0.2 centimeter square. Along the rod at what distance a weight may be hung to produce equal stress in both the wires ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ರಾಸ್ ಇಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. 36th one. ಸೊ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಲೆಟ್ us consider this is the rod that is hanged there and this is the weight ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. this distance x ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ so this one 2 minus of x distance ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. let us consider this is 2 meter length and this is tension of steel ಇದು for brass and here this is steel rod and this is brass ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. this is hanged to, both the rods are hanged to the hanger. So situation that is already shown in the diagram, weight in the WB suspended at the distance of x from the steel wire ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ TS and TB are the tension in the steel and brass ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So next, steel stress in the steel wire that is given by TS divided by AS. ಅದೇ brass ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ? For brass tension in brass divided by AB ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. For equal stress in both the wires ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರ tension in the steel ಇದು area of steel wire is equal to for brass tension in brass to the area of the brass. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? TS divided by TB. T ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? tension, that's equal to AS divided by AB. So just substitute the known value. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? So if you simplify this one, we are getting this one as half. So let us consider this one as equation 1. For a rotational equilibrium of the rod ittu andra ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ? So condition is given by TS into x is equal to TB in the bracket 2 minus of x, or you can represent this one as 2 minus of x divided by x is equal to TS divided by TB, that's equal to 1 by 2. So this is using equation 1 we can possible to get. So next ಇದನ್ನ simplify ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ x value ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತಾ? 4 minus of 2x is equal to x, ಅಥವಾ 3x is equal to 4 or x is equal to 4 by 3 meter ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಾ. Therefore for 36 ಗೆ ಆ 4 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತಾ? For 36 ಗೆ right answer is 8th one is the right answer. 4 by 3 meters from the steel wire. Next, 37th one. In the question number 36, at what distance a weight may be hung along the rod in order to produce equal strain in both the wires? ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಐತಿದು. So ಇಲ್ಲೇ for 37th ಗೆ you try to do this one same ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡಿದೀವೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಐತಿ. This one is the right answer for this. You try to do yourself. So next, 38th one. A wire of length L and radius R is clamped at one end on touching the other end of the wire with force F. Increase in its length is L if other wire of the same material but of length 2L and radius 2R is stretched with a force 2F. The increase in its length will be. So which option is suitable for this? We have to choose the right answer for 38. 38th one. So let us assume y be the Young's modulus of the material of the wire and ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ for the first wire Young's modulus is given by F divided by pi r square divided by L divided by capital L. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? SL divided by pi r square into L ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದಾ? As both the wires are made up of same material, Young's modulus ಕೂಡ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಂಗಾದ್ರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ವೈರ್ ಅನ್ನ L ಡ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ then Young's modulus is given by 2F. ಇದು for first wire, ಇದು for second wire. So Young's modulus is given by 2F divided by pi 2R square whole divided by L dash divided by 2L. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? SL divided by pi R square into L dash ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದಾ? ಇದನ್ನ equation 1 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಇದನ್ನ equation 2 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So next, equating equation 1 and 2 ಅವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? FL divided by pi R square into L is equal to FL divided by pi R square into L dash. ಅಥವಾ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು? L dash is equal to L ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದಾ? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 38th degree, which one is the right answer? For 38th one, C one is the right answer. Next, 39. The radii and Young's moduli of two uniform wires, A and B, are in the ratio of 2:1 and 1:2 respectively. Both wires are subjected to same longitudinal force. If increase in length of the wire is A, is 1%, the percentage increase in length of the wire of B na find out madri anta kelidare. So here for 39th one, it is calculated like this. So Young's modulus formula we already know, that is FL divided by pi r square into delta L, or you can represent this one as delta L divided by L is equal to F divided by pi r square into Young's modulus. For the same force ittandra delta LB divided by LB whole divided by delta LA divided by LA. Two materials A and B are. So therefore radius of A is radius of B whole square into Young's modulus of A into Young's modulus of B. So just substitute the values, 2/1 whole square into 1/2 ಹಾಕೊಂಡು simplify ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2 ಬಂತು ನಮಗೆ. Delta LB divided by LB is equal to 2 in the bracket delta LA divided by LA. So ಇದನ್ನ simplify ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ delta LB divided by LB into 100 is equal to 2 times of delta LA divided by LA into 100 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್? getting in terms of percentage ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2% ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ for 39 the right answer is that is 2%, and C1 is the right answer. Next, 40th one. Steel cable with a radius 2 cm supports a chairlift at a ski area. The maximum stress is not to exceed 10 to the power of 8 Newton per meter square. Maximum load the cable can support is. They have given 4 options. Here, radius ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? 2 cm. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. Maximum load ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತೈತಿ? Formula maximum stress into area of cross section. ಅದನ್ನ 10 to the power of 8 into pi into 2 into 10 to the power of -2 whole square ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ 4 pi into 10 to the power of 4 Newton ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ this one is the right answer. Next, 41th one. A steel rod of length 1 meter and radius 10 millimeter is stretched by a force 100 kilonewton along its length. The stress produced in the rod is. They have given 4 options. ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರ ನೋಡ್ರಿ? First find out that one. What they have given, first identify that one. So which one we are doing? 41th we are solving. So here radius ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ? 10 millimeter ಅಂತ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. R ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. R value is 10 millimeter. ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ if you want to note down, you can note down. ಅದು ಮಿಲಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇದ್ದದನ್ನ ಮೀಟರ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಲೆಂತ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರ? 1 meter ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ L ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 1 meter. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ 100 kilonewton. F is equal to 100 kilonewton ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ರಾಡ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. therefore stress is equal to force by area. ಏರಿಯಾ ಏನಂತ ಹಾಕೋತೀರಿ? pi r square ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 3.18 into 10 to the power of 8 Newton per meter square ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತಾ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ C1 is the right answer. 42th one. In the question number 41 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. percentage strain produced in the rod in terms of percentage ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we are using the formula delta L is equal to force by area into L divided by Young's modulus 3.18 into 10 to the power of 8 into 1 meter divided by 2 into 10 to the power of 11 ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 1.59 millimeter ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಾವು. ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಎಲ್ ಬೈ ಎಲ್ ಅಂತ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ 1.59 into 10 to the power of -3 divided by 1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗ 1.59 into 10 to the power of -3 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0.16% ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. therefore C1 is the right answer. Next, 43rd one. A steel wire can support a maximum load of W before reaching its elastic limit. How much load can another wire made out of identical steel? But question innu continue ide. But with a radius of 1/2 the radius of the first wire supports before reaching its elastic limit anta kottidara. Illi nodri, breaking force is equal to breaking stress into area of cross section anta tagondre for given material of the wire breaking stress is constant irutta andre F1 by A1 is equal to F2 by A2 anta tagottivi. alli F2 is equal to ಇದು ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ, ಸೊ F2 is equal to W by 4 ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೈಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾಗುತ್ತಾ, C1 is the right answer for 43rd one. Next, 44th one. A uniform rod of mass M, length L, area of cross section A is rotated about the axis passing through one end of its end and perpendicular to its length with constant angular velocity omega in horizontal plane. If y is the Young's modulus of the material of the rod, increase in its length due to rotation of the rod ಗೆ ಯಾವ equation ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So here by using integration method we are solving here. So for 44th one ಗೆ C1 is the right answer. Next, 45th one. A wire stretched by a certain amount under a load, if the load and radius both are increased to 4 times, the stretched cause in the wire, how we are going to represent, they ask. So we know for this Young's modulus formula we are using, that is given by W by A into capital L divided by small l. Elongation under L, that is given by WL divided by A into Young's modulus. So we can represent this one as WL divided by area is substituted as pi r square into Young's modulus is kept as it is y. When both load and radius are increased to 4 times, then elongation becomes, again actually elongation L dash is equal to 4W into L divided by pi 4r square into Young's modulus, or you can represent this one as WL 4 pi r square into Young's modulus, that is equal to 1 by 4. Therefore, this one is the right answer. 46th one. A wire of length L has a linear mass density mu. Area of cross section A, Young's modulus is y. It is suspended vertically from the rigid support. Extension producing the wire due to its own weight. How we are going to represent, they ask. So here for 46th one, so that is represented as, so that is represented by equation this one. Next, 47th one. In the question number 46, if M, mass M is hung at free end of the wire, then extension produced in the wire, how we are going to represent? That is represented by the equation C here. So how that is we can possible to get, and just go through the theory concept, then you can easily possible to identify that one. So next 48th one, a 15 kg mass fastened to the end of the steel wire of unstretched length 1 meter is spiraled in a vertical circle with an angular velocity of 2 revolutions per second at the bottom of the circle. The cross section of the wire is 0.05 centimeters square. The elongation of the wire when mass is at the lowest point of its path is, and they have given G value and Young's modulus of steel they have given here. For 48th one, so first what they have given, mass they have given, that is 15 kg, and here R value we are considering that one as L 1 meter, and revolution they have given, that is 2 revolutions per second, and area they have given 0.05 centimeter square, or if you convert into meters, 0.05 into 10 to the power of minus 4 meters it becomes. So when the mass is at the lowest point of the vertical circle, then thrusting force is given by F is equal to mg plus of mr omega square, or you can modify this one as mg is kept as it is mr omega, that is substituted as 2 pi nu whole square, 2 pi. That is just substitute the known values, that is 15 into 10 plus or 15 into 1 into 2 pi into 2 whole square. So after simplification we are getting 2516 Newton. So we know Young's modulus is given by force by area to the change in length to the original length, or change in length is equal to FL divided by A into Young's modulus, or delta L is given by 2516 into 1 meter divided by 0.05 into 10 to the power of minus 4 into 2 into 10 to the power of 11. Again, Bartha 2.52 into 10 to the power of minus 3, that is almost equal to 2.52 millimeter. 48th one is the right answer is, that is this one is the right answer. Next 49th one, a wire of length L and area of cross section A is stretched by a load. Elongation produced in the wire is L. If Y is the Young's modulus of the material of the wire, then force constant of the wire is. So according to Young's modulus definition prakara, force constant is represented as, so for 49th, according to definition of Young's modulus, Y is equal to force by area whole divided by L by capital L and very good. Force constant F is equal to F of, that is given by F divided by L is equal to Young's modulus into area divided by L. Therefore, this one is the right answer. This is force constant it is. Or if you know the that Young's modulus formula, from that F is equal to YAL divided by L anta modify ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. Next 50th one, a metal of length L1 and area of cross section A is stretched through the rigid support. Another metal wire of length L2 and of same cross sectional area is attached to free end of the first wire. The body of mass M is then suspended from free end of second wire. If Y1 and Y2 are Young moduli of the wire respectively, the effective force constant of the system of two wires is. And they have given 4 options and we have to choose the right answer. So for 50th one, just using the expression of Young's modulus, force constants of the wire ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. So from that, when two wires are connected together in series, then it is given by equivalent K is equal to K1 K2 divided by K1 plus K2. ಅದನ್ನ substitution ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ we are getting the final equation as for 50th one, that is represented as Cth option. So ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, K is equal to F divided by delta L, or you can write this one as Young's modulus into A divided by L ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು, or K equivalent is equal to K1 K2 divided by K1 plus of K2. ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಾ K equivalent is equal to Y1A divided by L1, ಇಲ್ಲೇ Y2A divided by L2 whole divided by Y1A divided by L1 plus of Y2A divided by L2. ಇದನ್ನ simplify ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ option C1 we are possible to get. This one is the right answer. 51st one. The area of cross section of steel wire is 0.1 centimeter square and Young's modulus of steel is 2 into 10 to the power of 11 Newton per meter square. The force required to stretch by 0.1% of its length is. Right answer ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಾ? What they have given, area they have given, that is 0.1 centimeter square, and Young's modulus they have given 2 into 10 to the power of 11. What we have to calculate? So we have to calculate delta L divided by L is 0.1%. They have given 0.1 divided by in terms of percentage ಅಂದ್ರೆ 100 ಇರುತ್ತೆ. 0.1 into 10 to the power of -2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So Young's modulus formula is force divided by area divided by change in length to the original length. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ F ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತಾ? F is equal to Young's modulus into change in length to the original length into area ಹಾಕಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ 2000 Newton ಬರುತ್ತಾ. Therefore this one is the right answer. Next, 52th one. A stone of mass M is tied to one end of the wire of length L. Diameter of the wire is D and it is suspended vertically. Stone is now rotated in horizontal plane and makes an angle theta with the vertical. If Young's modulus of the wire is Y, then increase in length of the wire, how we are going to represent? That is represented by the equation. So just when you observe all the four options, it is represented by equation by the option C1. Next, 53rd one. When the load on a wire is increased from 3 kg weight to 5 kg weight, elongation increases from 0.61 millimeter to 1.02 millimeter. The work done during the extension of the wire is. So we have to calculate the right answer for this. So work done in stretching the wire through 0.61 millimeter under the load of 3 kg weight andra. So W1 is equal to half stretching force into extension. We are using the formula. Just substitute the value and this one we are getting 8.96 into 10 to the power of -3 joules. Similarly, W2 value using that work done in stretching the wire through 1.02 millimeter under the load of 5 kg Chandra. So W2 value we are getting that one as 24.99 into 10 to the power of -3. Just all the known values are substituted here. So delta W is calculated by taking the difference of W2 minus of W1. So 24.99 minus of 8.96 into 10 to the power of -3 is taken outside. So that is almost equal to 16 into 10 to the power of -3 joules barata. Hangandra 8 is the right answer. 54th one. And the 55th one. You take those as a homework and try to do yourself. Nodri, 54, 55. So you take the screenshot of these questions. Up to 57, you take that one as a homework. 58th one. The Young's modulus of wire of length L and radius R is Y. If the length is reduced to L by 2 and radius is R by 2, then Young's modulus will be. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, Young's modulus depend upon nature of the material and not on the geometrical dimension ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ for 58th one ಗೆ the right answer ಯಾವ್ದಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? B one is the right answer. Next, 59th one, a copper and steel wire of same diameter are connected to end to end. Deforming force F is applied to this composite wire which causes total elongation of 1 centimeter. The two wires will have, 4 options they have given. So B one is the right answer because stress is equal to force by area. Same stress but different strain. 60th one, which of the following apparatus is used to determine the Young's modulus of the material of the given wire? ಇದು ನೀವೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Young's modulus of the material of the given wire is determined by shear apparatus. Therefore, A one is the right answer. So whatever we discussed based on this, if you are having any doubt, just put in the chat box. Otherwise, we'll end up the session. Having any doubt? Okay, thank you.